Yep, it is that time again. Well guys, William here once again. It is that time to tell you more about my video game systems. I've been going in the order in which I have been getting the system since the Atari 2600, then the NES, then the Game Boy. And now it is my fourth console that I'm gonna show you, and it is very important to me because this is my favorite console of all time. uh, I really went to big lengths to get this system. I'm gonna tell you the story of how I got it, and the thing is that you're not gonna believe it, but everything that I'm gonna tell you right now is completely true. I'm not making anything up. I'm telling you exactly how I got all my video game systems. And I have it right over here, but you cannot see it. But my next game console and my favorite console of all time, of all the consoles that I got, it is the SEGA Genesis. I love this system so much. Uh, I really spent a lot of hours playing with this system. I know that if you can see that the power, here, the power button is not here, the switch, because it broke, but the system still works. All I do is I put a little screwdriver right in there and I turn it on. I haven't been able to actually find a replacement switch for it. Another thing is that my system, it is the high definition graphics model. It says right over here. So these are from the original SEGA Genesis models. And as I told you before, my system actually came with Ultra Beast. Now, the thing is that back in the day, I don't know where you live, but here where I lived, Nintendo was the most popular system. And back in that time, it was Nintendo versus the Sega Master. And where I live, there was a lot of kids that have the Nintendo. At least 1 out of 10 have a Sega Master system. The thing is that since the NES was the most popular system, if you had a Sega Master, well, you were a nobody. That is how it was back here where I live. If you had a Sega Master system, you were a nobody. I remember people, the kids saying, "I have this for my Nintendo, I have this game for my NES and all that." What do you have? Oh, well, I have a Sega Master. Right. That was the answer of every kid. But the thing is that when the SEGA Genesis came out, and the name is so great, it is so properly named Genesis because it actually is the beginning of the 16-bit era. I actually like the name Mega Drive, but I prefer the Genesis because it is more symbolic for the system. But the thing is that when the Genesis came out, I was a Nintendo boy. Everybody got the Nintendo. I didn't have a Sega system with me. I still do not have the Sega Master System, and after all these years, I'm still trying to get one. The thing is that I was a Nintendo boy, a Nintendo lover, and when I saw the Genesis, it actually blew my mind because the graphic, the 16-bit graphics, and the characters, instead of being this small, it was this big and all that. And I said, wow, that is something. But it was a Sega, and Sega wasn't very popular where I live. I was very worried to making that jump from Nintendo to Sega because, as we know, we were all in favor of Nintendo since Nintendo was the most popular system. But what really made me make that jump It was
President of Hag. It's bad enough that SEGA Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really dusts my doilies. They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister? And about his attitude. Smarty pants. Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh, little brat.
Well, as you can see, that is the commercial that actually got me thinking about getting this system. I just fell in love with Sonic when I saw that commercial. And the thing is that after a few weeks of seeing that commercial, I noticed that at the end of the commercial it says that if you buy the SEGA Genesis system after some date, I do not remember, you will be able to get Sonic the Hedgehog completely free by mail. So I said, okay, I really have to went out to the mall. I was only 10 minutes away from the mall, and I went to all the stores that have toys and have video games and all that stuff. And we have a Toys R Us. I started to go every weekend for a whole month to that Toys R Us. And for some reason, this specific day, as I was walking through the parking lot to the entrance of the store, something tells me that look down. Just look down. For some reason, I started to hear that voice, and I started to look down, and right underneath of one of those cars, remember it was a red car. It was a red car, and pinned down on one of the wheels, it was this pack of money. And I said, no way, this cannot be true. And actually, this is the second time that I found money on that Toys R Us. So I took the money, went inside the store, went directly to the bathrooms, and closed myself in one of the booths in the bathroom. And I started to count the money, and it was exactly $500. $500. And the Genesis back then, it was sold for 180, something like that. So I said, this cannot be more perfect. So I went and I got the system, and I got it with Altered Beast, which was the game that came with. And the box actually came with a coupon to send for the game. So I filled that coupon on, mail it in, arrive. Here is my copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. If you can see, it said not for resale. One of the games that I spent a lot of time playing back in the Christmas is that my neighbor had some family members coming by from the US. They're Puerto Ricans, but they were living in the US. And one of the girls that came with them became my friend that Christmas. And she spent a lot of time on my house playing. And Quackshot is one of those games that we played a lot. Another of my favorite games of all time, boom, Street Fighter 2. As you know, I love fighting games. I do own the Super Nintendo versions of Street Fighter 2, but this is the one that I like the most. Probably everyone has experienced the Genesis or the Mega Drive. If you have not, please do so, because you're going to have a hell of a time with the system. So, till next time, guys.
Genesis does
16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis
Does.
Genesis 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 does.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Collins free.
What Nintendo?
Buy a 16-bit Genesis system between now and October 31st and get an extra